Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf, where we have found Nine the Slakeless, the ruler of Yarnfast, and he looks rather imposing. He has teeth made of steel, he has a false eye, and an ear made of gold. Apparently he's been in a scrape or two. Hello there, sir.
You come from the Lonely Mountain and from my brother?
I bid you welcome, but I do not know why my brother sent you to me. I saw him short weeks ago, when the siege was lifted. I did my part in lifting it. I cannot imagine there have been events of importance enough to send a messenger so soon. My older brother Thorin did little in the way of fighting during the war. We have always been different, and ladies of our mutual acquaintance will happily tell you that my blood runs hotter than his, and my temper too. It is not a slight. Do not take it as such. He is king under the mountain, and I am the lord of the Iron Foot and the Iron Hills, both stations of importance. But I am sworn to serve him. I would serve him regardless, for he is my elder and dear to me. But he is also my king, and that alone merits respect. You're here for his son? When the Easterlings brought their war through the Ironfold, Thorin sent word to me that Durin was to remain within Ironfort, and I saw it done. Afterwards, I marched to the Lonely Mountain, and there engaged in such battle as you would hardly believe. Stranded atop one of the spurs of the mountain I was, wielding the black mattock with unheralded ferocity. Well, I have heralded a plenty now in my minstrels, so in time folk from all over will hear this tale, or my minstrels will have an earful to match the golden one I earned following the battle. If I had been up to me, Durin would have come with me for the fighting. Alas, it was not. His father has always been a cautious sort. The boy was not happy about staying behind, and he spent most of his days deep in his cups, drowning his resentment and his boredom. Go to the quenching trough, his preferred tavern, and give him the news that his father seeks him. He'll surely be pleased. Durin will be found in the quenching trough. It seems like that's a rather popular place around here. I presume that this is the quenching trough. I found Durin. He's right over there. Thank you, Althea. And here is Durin. Hello?
What do you want? Leave me alone, stranger.
Don't want to talk to you. I'm busy. Yeah, I can see. Ah, rather sloppy in your beer, I think. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that your father sent me to bring you back to the Lonely Mountain. What? Oh, well, that certainly sobered him up quickly.
Joyous tidings.
My father wants me to return to Erebor. That is joyous tidings indeed. I thought I would never be permitted to leave the Iron Fort ever again, neither in peace nor in war. More the pity that the war's ended, and I never had a chance to prove myself in it. I don't know, maybe you should start winning Gundabad or something. Am I ready to prove myself now? My father did not think me strong enough to fight, commanding me to remain behind the sealed doors of the Iron Fort. How can I know I will make him proud now, untested that I am? What did you say your name was again? Pineleaf? Let us go now to my Uncle Nine and tell him that we leave at once. I am ready to prove myself worthy, and let none doubt my resolve. Well then, I'm glad that he's ready to join the battle. I must admit that I wouldn't have put any bets on him being sober enough to walk all the way here, but more's the better.
I see you found my nephew. Very good.
I had a task in mind for him to complete, but now that he's needed in the Lonely Mountain, I shall find someone else to take care of it. What's that, Durin? Speak up, boy! My recent exploits have done something to my hearing. I can't imagine what. I don't know. If you lost an ear, I could imagine. You want to handle the task before you set out for the mountain? Ah, I'm proud of you. Truly, you will be a great king someday. Why dare I say it? Nay, I will not say it. You will grow into your name, of that I have no doubt. Let me tell you the details of the task I have for you and Pineleaf. I'm sure the Pineleaf does not wish to be left out. No, of course not. If they want to include me, what's it involved? It's either killing trolls or washing dishes. I'm not too sure which one it is going to be yet.
Durin, I am confident the two of you can help the people of Utterby.
Oh, it has to do with Utterby. Then it's certainly not washing dishes then. Yes, Durin has a fine mind for military tactics and strategy, but he's had little in the way of true experience, Pineleaf. Once he returns to his father in the Lonely Mountain, it will be more difficult for him to attain such valuable seasoning. I must impart to him what I can before he sets forth, and goes beyond the reach of my training. As it happens, the state of affairs in the Ironfold could use some adjustment. My nephew may be just the one to do it, all while getting some good experience on his own. The town of Utterby was occupied by the Jangavar on the way to the Lonely Mountain, and I hear reports that Easterling's reinforcements climb Skull's Drop every day. Many of them gather in tents around the city, and they ravage the lands thereabout. Durin, I ask that you go to Utterby with Pineleaf and do what you can to combat those foes. It will be a good opportunity for you to accomplish two goals at once: to show what you've learned and to aid the people of the Ironfold. Do you agree with this plan? Well, seeing how he's been wanting an opportunity to prove himself in battle, I think he'll jump at it.
Let us go, my friend. Utterby awaits.
I am ready for the challenge if you are Pineleaf. Let's go at once to Utterby. I know it's foolish to rush in the battle without a plan, so meet me outside the city and we will gather the information that we need to attain victory. You'll not be disappointed, Uncle Nine. Let us go, my friend. Utterby awaits. Well, it's good to see that he's really ready. We are back here in Utterby, which looks from a distance like Daleland's town, but we know from personal experience that this is controlled by Jangavar right now. What do you think, Durin?
I have studied the art of war, and am no novice in its understanding.
There lies the town of Utterby, surrounded by the tents of the Jangavar. I do not think all who remain within are warriors. We have no quarrel with the refugees, but those of the Jangavar who bear weapons wish us ill, and I mark them as enemies. My uncle spoke true when he said that I have little combat experience, but I have studied the art of war and am no novice in battlefield understanding. I was taught that the efficient commander finds the victory, and that is what I will become. Let us use the words of my people to communicate on the battlefield, Pineleaf. The Jungavar will not understand us if we speak in this way, and that will give us the advantage. Yeah, it's only a little problem that I might not understand what you're saying either. Well, first comes the Biraibej Sarach, the scouting of the approaches. If I shout Viraj Sarach, you will know that we need to scout the locations to which our efforts turn. Next comes the Benizeg Utrad, binding the Watchers. Your objective in that case will be to defeat any lookouts that threaten to raise the alarm. Our next aim will be the Mahises Mamahifaran. Rescue the prisoners. If any Dale folk have been taken captives, by that point we should see about the Isger Narakaka defeating the reinforcements that are likely to come from the Skald's drop. I am still working out the kernel of the plan, but it may involve Inish setting a trap if all goes well. Do you understand all this? Good. But then we can't fail. Do I understand this? I understand it. Not in the slightest. Well then, let's go and barrage the Jagabbar tents on the. Let's scout the tents. Let's scout the tents. Let's just do that, and I'm sure that we'll be defeating a scout or three along the way. Like this one here, who seems to be. Hello, am I allowed to do anything to you? I have no idea because I can't remember a single word he said. But it looks like I had just Benizeg one of the lookouts. Oh, hello. Your study of the arrangement of the tents on the eastern side of Utterby. Right. I'm sure that would make all well. And I am also dealing with a few of the enemies. See? Who needs to understand what Durin's talking about? Just go to the tent, scout them out, and kill a few Easterlings. What else is there to do? Now that I have scouted the area, it is time for me to rescue some prisoners, because there is a prisoner right over there. And we'll start by dealing with the Jangavar, who are currently trying to guard the prisoners. And your turn. There you go. I have come here to Mahina's Mama Kaf whatever. Ah, another prisoner. We'll have to care of the Jangvar and his little cats too. Well, okay, maybe they're not little cats. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. There you go. Now, start with the archer, that way I won't be full of arrows by the time I get to him. Your turn. And we could free the other prisoner, then we could go to the next phase, which is going to be some other obscure dwarven phrase. You're welcome. And now I need to Isnir Namarkaka and Ishkes the Waylay Twolele, whatever. Whatever's the case, I need to head down to Scald's Deep, because the next 2 points are down there. I found Scald's Drop, and it looks like I also found Durin, who's doing a little digging, it looks like. What's going on here? Well, I guess we're going to be weakening the cliff face a little bit. There you go. Now, what next? Oh yes, we need to defeat the reinforcements, and we presume that the reinforcements will be coming this way. Aha! Reinforcements! Yes, Come to me! I shall deal with you! I shall Ignir Narakaka! Whatever that means. I've already kaka'd half of them. There you go. And soon, Durin will be pleased that we are all ready to stop the Jangavar. That we won't have to worry about them again, right? Hello. Goodbye. I've finished kaka'ing the reinforcements.
We have done very well. My uncle is sure to be impressed.
Ah, yes, that is. My uncle will be impressed by the work that we've done to combat the Jangavar here in Ironfold. And better, by weakening the cliff face, we have made it possible to hinder the flow of the Jangavar reinforcements climbing Skald's Drop. We will not collapse the path now, but dwarves will be able to do so at my uncle's command, should it be deemed necessary. Let's return to Yarnfast with these good tidings, all right? We shall bring news back to 9. We're back from our mission.
It is time for my nephew to learn what it takes to lead.
Durin told me of the work you two did near Utterby and Scald's Deep, and I must commend you for it. I don't think the Jangavar will long remain in the Ironfold to trouble us. Part of me wishes my nephew would remain here to assist me with finishing the job. As Lord of the Iron Hills, I command much respect and bear a great deal of the responsibility for maintaining their peace, but my brother Thorin outranks me in age and authority. He calls for his son, and I will not stand in the way. It is time for my nephew to learn what it takes to lead, and to grow into the greatness of his name. Was it not for that very purpose that his father named him Durin? Well, I don't know the reason on that. What do you say, Durin?
I hate when he talks like this.
I love my uncle, but not a day goes by without him telling me that I must be Durin the Deathless come again. Can you imagine it? It's quite frustrating. It is not an uncommon name among my people, and no one forbade my father from naming me thus. It is not fair to compare me in such measure. It will not be fair to anyone. Well, I suppose you got a point there. Let me see. How about... I guess I'll take that one.
I understand another dwarf is to be traveling with us?
I'm ready to return to the Lonely Mountain with you, Pineleaf. I understand that another dwarf traveling with us, this Authie Gem Cutter. Where is he to be found? Well, the last time I saw him, he was in the Quenching Trough. Ah, you're welcome to go there and retrieve him, my friend. I have spent more than enough time in those walls, and don't desire to spend any more. Now, my thirst can only be quenched by battling glory, and that lies beyond Yarnfast. I'll meet up with you after you have found Althea. All right, I guess we can do that. I suspect that Althea would be wanting to get on traveling back to Erebor as quickly as possible, seeing how he's under company that he doesn't exactly like. Well, what's Keel doing here? Have you come to save me, Pineleaf? I simply wanted a drink in peace, but Heel has come here and will not stop bothering me. Will you help him with whatever nonsense he's chattering about? All right. I want to make sure that you don't go and kill him.
I have been cleaning out my father's house and I found something unusual.
Yes, I have no friends here in Yarnfast save for you, so there was nowhere else for me to turn. Will you help me make sense of this? Oh, please help me. Tell me that you will. All right, very well. I will help you with this.
You'll come see. Good, good. I really appreciate this.
and we will go see in the next episode of the Complete Pineleaf.